On day 17 of our 2024 Alaska vacation, we arrived at the port of Ketchikan, Alaska. There we attended the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show, toured the streets of Ketchikan during a power outage, and saw the Saxman Totem Park before heading back to the cruise ship for day 18 at sea to travel towards our final port of call, Vancouver, British Columbia.
And we're coming to our last port of call, Ketchikan, before heading back home. There was a big landslide someplace, we're not sure where, but it did cancel one of our tours. One person did die in it, and we're still worried about how stable the land is. And yes, we're coming into the port.
Yeah, 30 years.
And that's where the landslide occurred in
store, kind of like a Target type store in Lake Geneva.
We arrived at Ketchikan on Thursday, August 29th, 4 days prior to our arrival. On August 25th, 2024, a landslide in Ketchikan caused a state of emergency. Ketchikan had experienced heavy rains on Saturday night and Sunday leading up to this landslide.
Ketchikan line, that is the Ketchikan landslide sitting over there. These are the water taxis which will take us into Ketchikan until the ship can dock. There's a float plane. And we've gotten a little closer to the landslide that happened.
Officials urged the public to avoid the landslide area, warning that it remained unstable. No activity was allowed in the slide area until after the area had been cleared by geologists as safe.
There's a Holland American cruise ship going past us right now. It's amazing the amount of cruise ships in this harbor right now. And this is the Wheelhouse Lounge. This is where we've heard some of the bands and things. This is the theater. Going to quite a few shows every day.
As all docks were occupied by cruise ships, the Sapphire Princess remained anchored in the harbor till a suitable berth became available. As a result, we took water taxis to the land.
Bye. Okay. Bye. Bye now.
There's the show.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, 27 is here, so let's...
Yep, stay with 27.
That's got to be
They're calling these the taxis. Really, the lifeboats.
We're north, right on the Tennessee, not far outside of Memphis. I'm sure it's been.
And we're headed to the Lumberjack show to figure out what's going on with this mass confusion.
Thank you.
Thank you. And this is downtown Ketchikan. And all the boats docked here.
Our first stop was the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. The show features two teams of two world champion athletes representing the historic Spruce Mill of Ketchikan, Alaska and Dawson Creek, Yukon.
This is the Lumberjack show. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to take any videos or pictures of it.
Oh, we can't snap.
Two teams compete in a friendly, no-holds-barred series of events, with crowd participation heavily encouraged. Among the events were axe throwing, where competitors hurl axes at wooden targets, sawing and chopping, a number of events which test the contestants' speed and skill with both modern and traditional tools. Speed climbing, where contestants race each other up tall vertical poles. And log rolling, where two competitors face off on a spinning log until one falls into the water.
The entire town of Ketchikan is without power. So, one disaster after another here.
Shortly after the Lumberjack show ended, much of Ketchikan lost power for a couple of hours.
A beautiful view from the dock. Pier 4. Here's the trolley for the trolley.
Our trip to Totem State Historical Park was canceled due to the landslide. We instead took a tour of Saxman Totem Park, seeing parts of Ketchikan as we made our way to the native village of Saxman, located just south. Saxman Totem Park holds one of the world's largest collections of standing totem poles.
Carving center. We're going to make our way to the front where we can kind of peek in the windows. If you need to use the restrooms, you can use these here. We're going to hang around 50 to 200 if it's in a really good dry location. But then that pole will start to rot and decay. And they'll lay it to rest like they have this one here. And then they'll carve the next generation of that totem pole and pack.
This is in Saxman, Alaska, where we have the totem poles.
The Abraham Lincoln Totem Pole, also known as the Proud Raven Pole, is a totem pole from the Tlingit people of Alaska that features a carving of Abraham Lincoln at the top. This is the Seward Shame Pole, a famous Tlingit totem which ridicules former U.S. Secretary of State William H. Seward for his failure to reciprocate a potlatch ceremony in 1869. The Saxman clan house is a ceremonial lodge built to be a living example of a traditional Tlingit and Haida clan house from the 19th century. The front of the house is painted with a stylized raven, and the house posts supporting the beams inside are also carved.
Have very long before they were going to starve to death there, and eventually they were forced to surrender. Now, the Eagle clan agreed to sign a peace treaty according to the Raven clan's terms.
Our day at Ketchikan complete, we reboarded the Sapphire Princess and began our voyage to our final port of call, Vancouver, British Columbia.
And this is our final day on the cruise. We're heading out to Vancouver, following the coastline. And it finally became a beautiful day after being fog-bound for probably 60% of the day. It's only been the last hour or two that we've had a nice clear view of the coastline.
The entirety of Day 18 was spent on board the Sapphire Princess as we made our way to Vancouver. We had our dinner at Sabatini's Italian Trattoria. Mary and I thank you for watching days 17 and 18 of our 2024 Alaskan vacation. We hope you'll join us for day 19, where we arrive at the Port of Vancouver, British Columbia. There we took the Capilano Canyon Walk and City Highlights tour before heading to the airport for our return home.